Hello, in this video we'll be solving quadratic equation by completing the square method, and we're going to consider a case where the coefficient of s squared is not 1. That is, the coefficient of s squared is any other value other than 1. So let's begin. So in our equation we have that the coefficient of s squared is 2. So the first thing we'll do is to remove this 2 and make sure that the coefficient becomes 1. So for us to achieve this, we'll have to divide all through by 2, because 2 divided 2 becomes 1. So for us to achieve what we want to do, we'll have to divide by 2. So now we'll say 2s squared divided by 2 minus 3x over 2 minus 5 over 2 is equal to 0 over 2. Now if we do that, 2 will cancel with 2 and we have s squared minus 3 over 2x minus 5 over 2 is equal to 0. So we have succeeded in making the coefficient of s squared to be 1. And so please take note that the leading coefficient is the same thing as the coefficient of s squared. So in this case it is 1. Now the next thing we'll do is to move the constant term to the right hand side, so that we'll have only terms with x at the left hand side. So we'll have s squared minus 3 over 2x. Now for us to move minus 5 over 2 to the right hand side, we'll have to add 5 over 2 to both sides. So if we do that, we'll have s squared minus 3 over 2x. Now this place becomes 0 and we'll have 5 over 2. So at this point we'll now look for the coefficient of x, which in this case is 3 over 2 with a negative sign, but we are going to ignore the negative sign. Just work on the numbers. The negative sign will sort itself out. So we have 3 over 2. Now we are going to divide 3 over 2 by 2, and it is the same thing as multiplying by 1 over 2. So dividing a number by 2 is the same thing as multiplying that number by 1 over 2. So we'll do that and square the result, and we have 3 times 1 is 3, 2 times 2 is 4. So that gives us 3 over 4 squared, and 3 over 4 squared is the same thing as 9 over 16. So at the left we are going to add this value to both sides of the equation. So we'll have s squared minus 3 over 2x plus 3 over 4 squared is equal to 5 over 2 plus, now instead of writing 3 over 4 squared, we are going to open it up just as we have here, 9 over 16. 3 squared is 9 and 4 squared is 16. So at the right hand side we have opened the bracket, while at the left hand side we left it in the square form. Okay, we'll proceed. We'll work on this fraction at the right hand side. 5 over 2 plus 9 over 16. Now we'll bring it to this place. 5 over 2 plus 9 over 16. So how do we solve this? We'll use the cross multiplication pattern. So 5 times 16 is 80 plus 2 times 9 is 18. We are going to divide it by product of the denominators. So we have 2 and 16 as a denominator. So if you multiply 2 by 16, we'll have 32. 80 plus 18 is 98. And we'll divide by 32. Now, we can also reduce these values by dividing by 2. So if we divide 98 by 2, we'll have 49. And if we divide 32 by 2, we'll have 16. So we'll have 49 over 16. At this stage, you cannot reduce this number further. So what that means that our right hand side is equal to 49 over 16. So we'll come back here and take, at the left hand side, we'll take the terms with squared. X has a square, so we'll bring x down. This negative sign after s squared follows. Then you come to this other value with squared, which is 3 over 4. You bring it down. You bracket and square everything. So it is equal to 49 over 16. Now, we are going to remove this square sign. For us to achieve that, we'll take the square root of both sides. So (49 over 16). Now, at the left hand side, this squared will cancel out with the square root sign, and we'll have x minus 3 over 4 is equal to plus minus. Whenever you have a root sign, this plus minus goes with it. Alright, so square root of 49 is 7, and square root of 16 is 4. Okay. We are going to isolate x. So for us to isolate s, we'll add, this is minus 3 over 4. So we are going to add 3 over 4 to both sides. So we'll have minus 3 over 4 plus 3 over 4 is equal to plus minus 7 over 4 plus 3 over 4. So at the left hand side, this value will be off because here will give us 0. So we'll have that x is equal to plus minus 7 over 4 plus 3 over 4. Now we have two signs, plus and minus. So we are going to take two cases. The first is positive and the second case is negative. So if we take the positive case, we'll have that x is equal to positive 7 over 4 plus 3 over 4. And the denominators are the same, so we'll add up the numerators. 7 plus 3 is 10. So that gives us 10 over 4. And if we reduce it by 2, we'll have 10 divided 2 is 5. And 4 divided 2 is 2. And we'll have 5 over 2 for the first case. Now the second case, we'll take the negative sign. If we take the negative sign, we'll have that x is equal to negative 7 over 4 plus 3 over 4 is equal to, now the denominators are the same, so we'll work on the numerators. Here we have minus 7 plus 3. Minus 7 plus 3 is the same thing as minus 4 all over 4. And that will give us minus 1. So our solution, x is equal to 5 over 2 or minus 1. So this becomes our answer. So The major difference between this case we considered, that is when the coefficient of x squared is not 1. So the difference between this and our previous class, where the coefficient of s squared is 1. So in this particular case, what we did was to divide all through by that particular number, which is the coefficient of s squared. So by dividing through by that number, the coefficient reduces to 1. So at that stage, we can now continue with our process of completing the square method. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel to get more interesting educational videos. Thank you.